Hi everybody, this is Charlie here again. Tonight talking about the penis and the question, the biggest question of all. Okay, well, it's not the biggest, but it's a question that every man and maybe some woman, but most men have in their mind sometime in their life. Okay, and is does penis size matter? And well, there's so much debate about this. It's such a big cliche. The size of the penis, how important it is, and the debate about this is sometimes is a bit it doesn't make much sense in my opinion, because there is so much more to sex than size. And guys and girls, that's the way it is. And our society, what we see on TV, what we see in porn movies, everything is like focused to size, to perfection, to everything. And there's nothing. It's okay to see. It's fine for the eye. I'm not gonna say that. Of course, we like to see beautiful people, beautiful girls, beautiful guys, but at the end, that's not the most important thing, and by far not the most important thing. And I'm saying that sex is much more in your head and in your mind than anything else. It's not about sizes, it's not about perfection, it's not about anything like that. It's about the skin, it's about the whatever you have in your mind when you're having sex, and how much you can connect with the other person. So I just wanted to share with you what I feel, what I think about this. I'm gonna keep going with this this small reflection, I would say. And to the question of that, it should not matter. That's the answer to it. Okay, it should not matter. You can hear some girls say, "Whoa, I love a big, nice penis because it's fantastic. It feels so good inside and whatever." And yes, I'm not gonna say no. Okay, it can feel very good and maybe not so good. It depends on the person. It depends on how he does with his penis and how he makes love to you. So it's not so much about the size. It's more about what you feel towards this person and what you actually can feel when he moves and he gives you his sex. Okay, so should not matter. Why? There's I'm saying here vaginal exercises. What I'm saying here is that yes, there's especially women when they have babies, sometimes they lose the tightness of the vaginal walls, and that can affect sex. When if and you don't have to have a baby, even if you don't do any exercises in your vagina, it actually can become like without any tension. It becomes it's like a muscle. Okay, if a muscle, you don't exercise your muscles, they become fluffy and they become soft and they don't have much power. Same thing with the vagina. What happens is when sometimes if girls they don't do these exercises, or when they have babies, sometimes it happens that it actually loses up a little bit. What happens is they cannot feel anything. They start, if the guy doesn't have a very big penis, when they are penetrated, they don't feel so much, and there's no rub. Okay, and that's what happens. I mean, there's places in the world, like I know in France, for example, they do perineal education after they have babies. They do actually these exercises to the woman, so they can actually get the vagina walls back to where they were. Okay. Many people say, when you're with a very young girl, young girls normally have a very tight vagina, and that's you can, when I was a younger boy and I used to be with younger girls, I remember it was, it's normal. So what happens is that you must exercise this. Okay. Of course, there's different sizes of vaginas. It has happened to me. I've been with girls who have bigger vaginas than others. Of course, a girl that has a big vagina normally needs a bigger penis, and I'm not gonna say no. Okay, yeah, of course, and there's a lot of visual to the penis. Okay, if you see a big penis, it is very attractive for women, and it's like for us big boobs. Okay, it's normally very attractive. So it's a lot of visual thing. Okay, but if the girl does their vaginal exercises, normally size of the penis should not matter too much. And to be honest, knowing that the G-spot is located only about 2 inches inside the vagina, okay, and you don't need a big penis to get there, okay. And I'm not gonna say that with the penis it's not easy to go to the G-spot and make her girl have a G-spot orgasm, but she can actually sit on top of you and rub it there and have an incredible orgasm, okay. Myself, I'm a very average man, and I've never had a complaint regarding that. I only had one girl one time that she said that she didn't feel so much, and that was, it can happen, of course. I'm not going to say it is not the thing, but in my opinion, you don't need a big penis to have a satisfactory sex life. You don't need a big penis to make a woman have many orgasms, because, as I say, if a girl does their vagina exercises where she can actually grab the penis when they're making love and feel the rub of it, I mean, she can have an orgasm with any size of penis, okay. And the guy, of course, needs to know what he's doing. I mean, there's two things, okay. So in any case, just keep going on the comments here. Of course, there's not only penis. You can use your hands, you can use your fingers to have a girl, your mouth, forgot to put here your mouth, of course, and your tongue, to make a girl have an orgasm. So don't be so worried about your size or your penis size, because that should not affect your sex life. Definitely should not affect your sex life, and you should not be thinking that, oh, I'm the average man, or I am a small man. You can have a very good sex life even then, and you should try different positions where you can actually go deeper into her. Like maybe she's laying on her back, and you can put her legs on top of you, on top of your shoulders, and there you can make a very deep penetration. Or maybe when she's on her fours, like doggy style, you can go in deeper. You can find ways of making it work. Okay, so don't be so worried about this, and enjoy your sex and enjoy your life. Okay. And of course, the last of one, the use of your head and your imagination, because there's nothing stronger and nothing better in sex than your head and your mind, because that's where it all is. If your head is there, if you use your mind and you get into your fantasies and you get into your sex favorite things to do, and you play with your sex and play with your partner and do all these things, sex becomes very exciting, and that's how it goes. If you have sex the same way every day, or in the same position, or repeat yourself all the time, then you can have the biggest penis in the world and it will be the same, and it will not be satisfactory. So it's a matter of it's not all about size, and I'm not gonna say size is great to have. It's better to have a bigger, and when I say bigger, I'll say a big has a limit as well, because if it's a very, very big, you have the same problem as it is very, very small. Okay. So I think there's a minimum and there's a maximum, and there's I think also we talk always about length, but I think the thickness is much more important than the length. So because actually what you want to do is wrap the walls of the vagina, and of course as long, normally a thick penis is long enough to go all the way down to the deep spot. So I honestly, this should not affect your sex life, and you should actually work on the things, work on your other abilities, and become very good orally, become very good with your hands, and of course find the right ways to the right ways to have sex, so that you can actually have penetrate her deeper and better, and enjoy your sex life. So this is just my reflection. I hope I hope it helps you, and I honestly think so. So I just wanted to share with you tonight, and as always, click on the link below if you want to know more about sex. Great videos, great G-spot orgasm video that you can find on this link, which is for free. And hope that you like it, you enjoy it, and keep on having sex and enjoying your sex life. I see you soon.